Hey everyone, it's Blue Lizard Jello and welcome back to Blue's base level Soulsborne challenge. We are still in Demon Souls with young Scirvir here at soul level 1, just to show you for sure. Bottom left hand corner, soul level is indeed 1. And today we have a bit of a boss rush. We actually have 4 Archdemons that we can take out, and that would be the Dragon God, Maiden Astraea. I'm not going in order, I'm going in order as I remember them, the Storm King, and the Old Monk. Now doing so should put the rest of the world into pure white world tendency, so after we've actually killed all 4 of the Archdemons, then we're going to go and do some of the pure white world tendency events, which should be interesting, should be kind of fun, because we should actually get some really cool items out of it, even though most of them, if not all of them, won't be able to be used by us since we have such a low character level. Now we're going to be going in order, so we're going to start over here with the Dragon God, and the reason I'm using such a large sword is because the Dragon God, it's a gimmick fight. In fact, it's very similar to the Bed of Chaos, in that you don't actually attack the boss outright, you actually have to navigate some obstacles and get to some areas where you can attack his weak spots. Well, in this case, you don't even do physically the attacking, but the problem is the paths are blocked by rubble. There's a few different ways that you can get rid of the rubble, but supposedly, and I haven't tested this yet, so this is going to be interesting, supposedly any large weapon, including the bastard sword that I'm using right here, two-handed, in R1, even if you don't have the stats to use it, you can see I have an ability shortage, even two-handed, supposedly this is enough to break them in a single hit, which is going to be important because, well, you'll see. You'll see. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the gear that we're going to be using today. We do have the leather shield, don't really plan on using it. I have the wooden catalyst, but I also have the talisman of God. I'll show you what spells and miracles we have equipped. The bastard sword, just for clearing the rubble. The scimitar, which has been upgraded to +8. I also have the dragon longsword +4, fatal secret dagger +2. Probably not going to be using the secret dagger. I do have my bow on me. But we do have plenty of full moon grass. I do have some other healing items like late moon grass if I need it. And sticky white stuff. I do have some black turpentine. I did buy some of that from the filthy lady. And let's see, what else? We do have Widow's Lotus, which is going to heal us from plague. That's going to be important for the Maiden Astraea boss fight. And that's about it. Everything else, still using the assassin set. I have some fire arrows. I'm going to be wearing the Thief's Ring, at least for the Dragon God fight. I don't believe it actually impacts how easy he can see you. I think it makes no difference whatsoever, but I'm wearing it because frankly, none of the other rings are going to do a lick of good against him. Any attack that he gets off, anything, is going to kill me. So, Thief's Ring, why not? We will be switching that out most likely to the Regenerator's Ring for the other fights. As far as spells, I do have Protection, so that's going to help reduce some physical damage, not much, but some. That'll be good for something like the Old Monk fight. And then I do have the Heal Miracle just because I had a slot, and, well, if I run out of grasses, I guess I can always resort to that. Alright, now, it is time for us to go into the Archstone of the Burrow King to the Flame Lurker Archstone. Since ancient times, a fire demon has been sealed in an underground temple filled with dragon bones. Deeper still lies an even larger dragon skeleton. I don't like being back in this arena. But I do like being back in this arena knowing that the Flamelurker's dead. So beyond his arena, and through this hallway, we have the Dragon God. Now the Dragon God is actually a gimmick fight that while I don't enjoy, I won't actually claim that I enjoy this fight, I do at least appreciate it more than I do, say, the Bed of Chaos. Let's head in here. You can see there he is. He is quite large and quite formidable. And like I said, any attack is going to kill us. Anything that connects. So we have to be extremely, extremely careful. But the idea is, oh, there's a crystal lizard? Well, didn't realize there was actually a crystal lizard there, but he's already long gone, so forget that. Now the idea is, as he's doing his pounding here, we need to be able to go and get to that rubble and destroy it without getting hit. The pillars will block his view from us. So the idea is, once we get a smash, let's get behind a pillar, and then he should start searching for us. And you can see his eyes actually change color. Right now, this is search mode. And then if he sees us, so let me stand here. You can see his eyes just turned red. That means he's locked on, and he attacks. So let's get behind the pillar again. Wait until he goes into search mode. So he's in search mode now. And now we get to finally test, does one single R1 with a large weapon, even when I can't use it effectively, does it actually break rubble in one hit? Oh wow, okay, I thought you would look further to the left. Well, let's try. Yes, it does. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then I'll just run back. We're gonna play this safely as we can. Whoa, Nelly. So we have to go pillar to pillar now. That's all right. So just go relatively safely. Search mode. Run to a pillar. Uh-oh. Is he in? He was in attack mode, but he lost our sight, so he's back in search mode. Once he goes back to the left, or my left, his right, I'm going to go to the next pillar. Go. Go, go, go. And the key is just, you don't want to get greedy. I mean, I know that's the key to every single boss fight ever, but we're actually almost at the first checkpoint here. Go back to the left if you wouldn't mind. And up we go. We'll go ahead and get this item momentarily. Actually, let's grab it now. I don't know if you can get it afterwards. New Moon Grass, really good item. But here we go. So this right here, this ballista, as soon as we operate it, watch what happens. So you can see that's knocked off nearly half of his health. So really, we don't actually do much physical fighting at all. But now we have to get to the other side where the other ballista awaits. So we just start going down these stairs, and we're going to have to do the same tactic, although be even more careful. Because now, not only does he have his slam attacks, but he also has a fire breath, which is a very, very large sweeping flame attack, which can be extremely, extremely dangerous. Now that time is a really good opportunity to go attack rubble anytime he roars up like that, because he can't see you at all. So let's try to time it. Do one more for me, or do you do it in sets of 3? All right, you're searching. You're searching. Either look over or look up, whatever you prefer. There we go. Run back, run back, run back. All right. Can I get to this pillar? Yes, I can. One of the easiest ways to lose this fight is simply to think that you're safe. So if it means waiting an extra cycle, go for it. And we're up, run back. Because that is not a big pillar, and I don't think that pillar I can actually hide behind. So I need to be able to get to that pillar and either run back here or get behind the pillar that it's actually guarding. And I'm talking about that next set of rubble. So let's wait. We're going to wait for one more roar up attack, or cycle rather. And we should be roaring up. There we go. Oh, actually, you know what? I think we're good. I think we're actually good. That is pretty fortunate. Where's the next rubble? The next rubble's there. Is there? I don't know if that pillar is big enough. Let's wait for one more roar up. Can't see me. Somehow he can't see me. And roar up. Okay, okay, okay. Hide, 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 hide. Is this enough? It is enough? Okay. I think there's another rubble on the stairs. I'm not sure. If not, we're somewhat home free, and by home free I mean to the next ballista. It actually doesn't mean the fight's over, but the hard part should be. Alright, let's just wait, 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 roar up, roar up, roar up, and go! Alright, now it is just... Oh, there is another one, uh-oh. We're still gonna go, we're just gonna go. we are going to go, and it looks like we made it. All right. There's a crystal lizard up here, so let's deal with him since he can't actually attack us up here as far as I know. Not bad. Chunk of clear stone. All right. Next ballista. Let's go. And now, the only danger is his breath. He can't breathe fire anymore, he can't slam, he is now pinned. You see his chin spike that's laying on the ground there? That's now what we need to attack, but you see the breath coming out? That is hot enough to kill us, and it's hot enough to kill us in a single hit. So we do need to be extremely, extremely careful. By the way, that right there, that is a sword. We can't break this. This only goes away in pure white world tendency. I thought we were in that. No? Well, after killing him and going back to the Nexus, this should disappear, and then we can go and get that, unless I get it from the other side, which may honestly be the case. I can't remember entirely, but we need to get that in order to show it to Scirvir the Wanderer, the NPC who actually didn't show up for us earlier. Oh wait, did I get the item? Yeah. Did I? I did, right? Yeah. Anyway, the NPC that didn't show up for us previously, I have confirmed he is there now for us. So he wants to see that, and in return, he's going to give us a pure Greystone shard, which is pretty cool. So, this is where it gets hairy, just because I don't want to mess this up. And we have to time it extremely, extremely well. So you can see breath, breath, breath. No breath. You only have a few seconds, so I'm actually going to go to the other side. I think that might be, I think I have a better area to run with. So I'm going to switch to this, and I probably am going to apply some sticky white stuff just to give myself a little bit of a boost as well. All right, I want to time this well, and I only want to get 1 or 2 hits in. Missed. You can also do this from range with arrows or magic. Okay, oh wow, that actually stunned him. That's nice, that's good to know. I wonder if it'll stun every time. Alright, well, if so, that won't be too bad. Because we just killed the Dragon God, and that is our first Archdemon destroyed. Excellent. Oh, that went swimmingly. That went flawlessly. Oh, I'm not upset about that at all. Excellent. Legendary Soldier Soul, so that's another 10,000. And here we go. Here's the Archstone. So I'm going to go back to the Nexus and come back and see if that rubble has disappeared. Let's get the Dragon Demon Soul and a Pure Dragon Stone, which is awesome. Unfortunately, we don't have the chunks to actually turn our longsword into a +5 Dragon Longsword, but once we farm a little bit, we'll be able to do that with that Pure Dragon Stone. You've obtained the soul of an archdemon. The thick, colorless fog shall oppress you no more. They are referring to the fog beyond the tower demon. So the one that actually wouldn't open before can now be accessed, but we're going to keep going with the archdemons until they are all dead before we proceed in Boletarian Palace. So let's go back to the Nexus. And actually, while I'm here, a couple of things that we need to do, or at least I want to do. I'm actually going to buy the... Let's see. Well, I am going to get God's Wrath. I'm not going to use it right now, but I am going to use this. We talked about using this for killing all the crystal lizards. Well, I can... Oh, MP cost is 100. I think if I use a silver catalyst, though, I'll have enough MP. It does take 2 slots, which we only have 1 available. We're going to be rectifying that later, so let's buy that. But I'm also going to buy Evacuate. Evacuate is kind of like using a Shard of Archstone. Actually, it's exactly like using a Shard of Archstone, except you can use magic instead of spending 5,000 souls to buy them from patches. So let's get rid of Heal. We shouldn't need it. Let's put on Evacuate. There we go.
Where are you going?
And a couple things I also need to do. You guys really haven't seen me do this too often, but let's do it again just because we don't want to mess up our world tendency. Let's double check Stonefang Tunnel. That is super bright, so it has to be pure white now. Let's jump off. Good night, young Severius. do want to grab those souls. They are still important to me. Shouldn't be too far. I'm also going to drop off the Bastard Sword. I no longer have any need for that. Wow, I can't believe how smoothly that dragon fight went. That was impressive, even for me. And what I mean is I'm impressed by myself. Never mind, I'm gonna stop talking now. Let's see, get rid of that, get rid of this very heavy pure dragon stone. Oh, the Bastard Sword's still equipped, so I can't. But that's all right, we will change that up. There we go. And deposit that. And all right, let's go back and see if we can grab that Dragon Bone Smasher. Now, hopefully that rubble is now gone. If it's not, then either something has gone wrong or I'm not actually supposed to access it from that side. I think you are, though. So hopefully that rubble has now disappeared. If not, I may have to look it up. Let's see. And it's still here. Shoot. Okay, let me run around. Let me hope that... The other thing is, I wonder, do I have to talk to Scirvir first and have him ask about the Dragon Bone Smash? Oh, Crystal Lizard's back, right? Because we killed a boss. Excellent. By the way, I have actually been going through and re-killing some of the Crystal Lizards off camera as I kill bosses, just because I think I might actually make this my Platinum character. I do not have Platinum in Demon's Souls. In fact, the only Soulsborne game that I have a Platinum in is Bloodborne at this stage. And I wouldn't mind having it in the others, and this one, it can be a bit tedious. There is the farming for the Pure Blade Stone, the legendary Pure Blade Stone, but I am hoping to be able to do it. All right. Now this goes up to the ballista, I know that, but is there any other way to go? I know this just leads me back. But I think, you know, I think this is it. Oh, there's the Crystal Lizard I missed before. I think this is actually it. I think that it was probably open before and I just didn't go the right way. Yep, sure enough. Ooh, hey, chunk of Heartstone and a pure Heartstone. That's pretty great, but here it is. So there would have been rubble blocking this if you're not in Pure White World tendency, but since we are, we can get a very heavy, extraordinarily heavy Dragon Bone Smasher. If you've ever seen the Fume Ultra Greatsword in Dark Souls 2 and 3, well, it's pretty similar actually. It's pretty similar. Now, I bought Evacuate for a reason. Let's go ahead and use it. Back to the Nexus. With the Dragon Bone Smasher in hand, time to go once again back to Archstone Tunnel, or Stonefang Tunnel. We're going to go to the Armor Spider Archstone this time, and we are going to drop down to meet Scirvir the Wanderer and show him this extremely, extremely large sword that he's been looking for. Let's see, are we going to get you? Uh-oh. Excuse me. I actually just kind of want to get this Crystal Lizard, if at all possible. Oh, wrong. Nope, stop. I do have some company coming behind me, so I can't stay long. Oh boy, all right. So now, I have made this run back many times thanks to the Flame Lurker. So it has become kind of second nature. We just drop here and then roll, roll, roll. There's going to be 2 more Crystal Lizards here since we killed the boss, but there he is. There's Scirvir the Wanderer. We'll go talk to him in a moment. No. Oh, why did he disappear so fast? I don't know. Anyway, some more upgrade materials, and here finally is our friend Scirvir.
Egad! Oh, you nearly frightened me to death, creeping up on me like that. My name is Scirvir. I seek treasures of the unknown. I'm impressed you've come this far. Were you guided by a sixth sense or a brash imprudence? Either way, you've more skill than I. Let us put that skill to work. There is a temple beyond here, below the ground. It is a work of art, molded by the ancient burrowers to appease the bones of dragons. As a precaution, a broadsword which can crush bone and slay dragon is stored in the temple. Truth told, it is the laughing stock of many a swordsmith. They say it's as blunt as a bludgeon. A dull blade meant to slay a dragon. Curious, is it not? I would search for it myself, but I'm afraid I'd fare poorly against the demons. If you happen to come upon the sword, please let me have a look at it. This place is magnificent, eh? The bones of dragons exuding awe, a dream come true.
And all he wants to do is look at the sword. He doesn't even ask you to get it for him, he just wants to see it.
Hey, that's... You found it. Let me have a look. Hey, that's...
Oh, do I have to drop it? Oh no, maybe I have to equip it. That makes sense. That would make sense. Alright. Look at how much it weighs. 20 units. The ancient excavators of Stonefang are said to have created it to face dragons. It is imbued with a spell to protect the wielder from fire. Because of its immense weight, blacksmiths joke that it can scarcely be called a sword.
Wonderful. The arts of swordsmanship applied in a perfectly useless manner. Oh, do not mind me. Thank you, it was a pleasure. Please, take this as a small show of thanks. Take care of that sword, will you? She's a beauty.
Pure Greystone. So if you are following the crushing path for any of your weapons, here is an easy way to get pure Greystone. You can farm them from the landworms down below, but it's fairly rare, and this is a guarantee. There we go.
Take care of that sword, will you?
Also, I thought you were a merchant.
Take
Are you
care
not? What if I put it away?
Take care of that.
Okay. I thought he was a merchant. Anyway, we are now done with the second Archstone. There are some pure Black World tendency events that we're going to do. I'm probably going to lump those together in a separate video. But we have some more Archdemons to take care of. Of course, before we do that, we should probably clear our inventory just a little bit because, frankly, we just took on a lot of weight. You can see we're up to 69 weight units out of 86. Let me dump all of my shards and my chunks and my pures and get rid of, let's see. I'm actually going to get rid of the Fatal. I'm not going to be using it. And, oh, Dragon Bone Smasher is equipped, of course. Silly me. Let's fix that right now. And deposit. There we go, down to 23.1, much more respectable. I can deal with that. And next, we are going to be moving on to the Tower of Latria, taking on the Old Monk. Masses of flesh litter these hanging prisons. Latria's current master, an old man who is no longer human, has been creating his own demons. Oh, the man-eaters. Another boss that I would honestly like to forget. Now, you know what? I actually probably should have kept the dagger on me. Ah, the famous Custard Tornado of Demon Souls, which later became the Xanthus Crown in later Dark Souls games. Now, if you want that crown, you can get it. And this boss, before I actually proceed, let me tell you about the mechanic here. I'm offline, and because I'm offline, I'm just going to be fighting a boss, an NPC boss, a computer-controlled boss. If you're online, you have a chance, and depending on how active the community is at the time, possibly even a good chance of fighting a player. The way it works is, if you put down your summon sign, and it doesn't matter if it's an invading sign, a co-op sign, it doesn't matter, anywhere in 3-2 or 3-3, you have a chance of being summoned to be the boss, which I just think is such a cool mechanic. Dark Souls 2 brought it back a little bit with the Looking Glass Knight. You can actually be summoned by the Looking Glass Knight, but this is when you actually truly get to become the boss. And if you defeat a player, when you are the old monk, you actually earn that Custard Tornado, which is actually a very useful item because it increases your spell potency pretty drastically. Now, because I'm still level 1, I looked into it a little bit. The odds of me being summoned are very, very slim. Not only is the community not nearly as active as it once was, but the invading levels for the old monk is something like plus or minus 10 levels. Well, obviously, there is no minus for me, but plus 10 levels means I can only invade up to level 11 as the old monk. That is probably not going to be doable. I may try it. I might actually give it a little bit of an attempt, but nothing too serious. Now, the climb isn't too terribly bad, but you do have to worry about a couple of the soul flayers. So I do have the Thieves Ring on for that reason. I'm going to switch to the Regenerator's Ring once I am actually at the boss arena itself. But until then, I don't want the enemies to see me until I am ready for them to do so. I actually do wish I still had my Fatal Secret Dagger, because the backstabs would probably nearly one-shot them. Wow, you see me already, huh? And still see me. I would like you to turn around. I'm going to switch to my Dragon Longsword. That might do a little bit better damage here. Do not turn around. Alright, I might have to just bait one of your attacks. And then... that didn't work at all. You didn't stagger like I thought you would. Alright, try again. I frankly don't know if... really? Cutscene again? Well, I just cut it out, but a good reason not to die up these stairs is because you have to watch the cutscene again. Alright, so it didn't actually even one-shot you with the Dragon Longsword, not even with an R2, so I'm just gonna go back to the Scimitar, because that is pretty quick. That's a shame. I don't know if those guys are even gonna turn around for me, those soul flayers. So let me go slowly and just see if they're always facing. I'm holding my breath like that's helping. It seems like you are always facing. That's not good. I'm just gonna have to do a run-in, rinse, and repeat method. Luckily, it seems like you're gonna keep... oh, Nelly. That has quite the lingering hitbox. Whoops. Alright. Do your big blast. I'm going to be a little bit more patient. 85 damage. Alright, never mind. I am going to use the Dragon Longsword. What? How? Actually, you know what? I just had an idea. If I trigger you to start running, but then I run away and break your aggro, will you go back to your spot and I can maybe get a backstab? The answer is a resounding yes. And that's one down. I think there's a second. But that works well. Okay, that's the plan then. All right, back to the centipedes. Maybe get some more Mercury Stone. Get my Mercury Rapier upgraded. And let's see. Yep, there's another. So let's trigger. Run towards me. There's a crystal lizard up there. I think he already saw me. That's a bummer. And excellent. Thank you for that. Break line of sight. Aha, there we go. And go, 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 go. And we're done. Excellent. All right, crystal lizard's still there. So I think we can get him. Oh, hit him. There we go. All right. I love the flourish. I still love the flourish. I think it's such a classy move. And we're at the boss. Chunk of Moonlight Stone. Now, I don't know what is actually going to work better. My Dragon Longsword or my Scimitar with Black Turpentine. I'm not going to use Sticky White stuff. He's a magician, so I would imagine he has some better magic resistance. So I'm going to start with the Scimitar. I am going to use Protection, and I'm going to put it on right before I go into the boss. Now, he does have magical spells, and Protection only helps with physical. So if he's not meleeing, this isn't going to do me a lick of good. Oh, right. Protection is a spell, not a miracle. So let's switch to the Catalyst. There we go. And the fight begins. Whoa, Nelly. All right, you are... Let's just do some attacks without. Not very much at all. Now, you do want to be careful if you're going to do this fight melee, only because if you do too many attacks, he can actually parry you. So 2 hits is really the maximum. Oh, move, move, move. You can see he really doesn't do that much damage in melee, which is kind of funny. All right. Not a big difference, actually. So you might think this fight's pretty easy, and honestly, it's not that difficult. You just have to be worried when he does his magic attacks like these. Okay. So let me use a grass. All right, his magic has worn out, but so is my buff. All right, so we're doing 35 without the buff. Oh, geez. All right. Watch the homing missiles. Come on. That is actually, I think, better than even my Scimitar with the buff. So once the missiles go away, then I feel confident attacking again. Oh, but they're back, so then we just run around. You can actually use the chairs to break them. And, all right, he does start summoning more and more of the arrows at lower health. So just be wary of that, but really, you're just gonna kind of kite him around the chairs. Get him to cast those off. All right, missed 2 hits there. And are you gonna all right, you do recast, so let me just run around. Get those to break or to go away. Oh, you are dodging too many of my attacks right now. So let me heal up. Oh, all right, time to run again. There is a good chance that those missiles may one-shot me, especially if more than one actually hit. We're doing all right. So it looks like he's up to 5, which I believe is his maximum. Oh, geez. Watch the uppercut. All right, missiles, come and attack. Oh! I ran into them. What a fool. You know what? Just because I'm actually curious, I'm going to try Sticky White stuff. You know, I assume that he has high magic defense, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't at all. All right, let's get protection going. Let's apply Sticky White stuff. What? Come on, Sticky White stuff. There we go. And let's try this again. All right, 3 hits, not bad. Where's my bloodstain? I do want my my souls. Whoop. Come on. What are we doing? 75 damage? Yeah, wow. Okay, this actually might be better than the Dragon Longsword. Oh, oh. Good dodge, good dodge. Chair. Move. All right, watch it, watch it, watch it. Just run away. The nice thing is this... Oh, Nelly. This does last longer than Black Turpentine, too. All right, buff is gone now. So I can either switch to my Dragon Longsword or I could have reapplied. I think switching was the right option there. Yeah, looks like the scimitar with sticky white stuff is better. So he is actually kind of resistant to fire, which is interesting. I'm sorry, resistant resistant to fire and weaker to magic. Okay, recast, do your thing. Yep. He's up to 5 now, so just, watch. Watch those. And it looks like my protection is gone. And I do hate how he can just recast without even using any sort of catalyst or talisman. He just, it just appears magically. Go ahead and recast it. Alright, looks like maybe one more set of 2 ought to do it. There we go. Old Monk is dead. Again, not an overly difficult boss. I just was foolish enough that first time to run right into his attacks. All right, so we have now revived. So I do have to go back to the Nexus and Suicide again so I don't ruin White World Tendency, just to double check. Tower of Latria, ooh. No, you know what? It doesn't change until you go back to the Nexus. So we grab the Yellow Demon Soul. Let's head back and we'll double check our tendency. So now that we're here, just a quick jump off a ledge. Now the interesting thing with the White World tendency in the Tower of Latria is that you have to actually go, well, I guess it's kind of similar to the Dragon God. And that is, you actually need to get an item from 3-2, which is a key, and then you bring that back to 3-1, and that's how you can actually rescue Lord Rydell. Now, the Yellow Demon Soul, I think, is used by Sage Frake in order to actually create the homing soul arrows that he was just using. So let me double check that.
Bravo! I took that.
And let's see. Yes, homing soul arrow with the Yellow Demon Soul, which is pretty cool. Now, Fireball, that is another option for the Dragon Demon Soul. So if you're looking for Platinum, you do have to go through at least New Game Plus in order to get enough souls, or there's a way to dupe them. I'm not going to go over it. I don't like that, but it is totally up to you if you want to do it. But we're going to go right back into the Tower of Latria, and I'm going to go get that key so we can rescue Lord Rydell. So we are going to go into the Fool's Idol Archstone. Also, let's just double check. How are we looking? Tower of Latria looking pretty bright. Pretty bright. So now, we're just going to run past everything. We are looking for the first place where the Hollows, or the Dreglings, were actually channeling their magic in order to hold up that heart. Once we get there, that is where we are going to find the key. Well, we're going to find a bridge that wasn't there before, and across that bridge is where we're going to find the key. Alright. I'm going to run past most enemies, but those guys can actually be a little bit dangerous, especially on this bridge, because if he knocks you off, that is it. Oh, by the way, we can also grab Astraea stuff, the Rune Sword and the Rune Shield, because I now remember, or you guys told me rather, where it is. So we'll grab that on the way back instead of just evacuating out. So over here, we gotta run across this bridge. Should be a couple of gargoyles in the way, but theoretically, I can just run right past you. Thanks for playing. Don't shoot me in the back. That would just be rude. So far, so good. Now, there's a couple of gargoyles. Whoa, Nelly. A couple of gargoyles on the tower, but I think, especially with the Thief's Ring, should be able to run past them and just have their aggros go away. Oh, thought that was the elevator. Hopefully our timing is good and the elevator will be coming down. Nope, looks like we just missed it. All right, but I think we're okay. I think we're all right. Yep, sure enough. Here we go. Up here, another gargoyle. You can just ignore me. And then, right up here, previously there was a gap with no way to cross it, but now the bridge has magically appeared in pure white world tendency. And we get, okay, I guess we keep climbing. Wow, we keep climbing. Jeez. Really? You had to hide it all the way up here? But on this corpse, we get the Prison of Hope, 2nd floor, west cell key. And that is for Lord Rydell. All right, now, I guess I'm gonna run back. I could probably teleport back and back into this Archstone a little bit faster than running back. But you know what? We're here. We're here. Let's just make the run. Shouldn't be too bad. Just have to run past a few gargoyles that are probably now landed and waiting for us. Or we just two-shot them. Oh, don't miss it. Fall quicker than that. All right, good. I'm glad fall damage is so minuscule in Demon Souls. Okay. Oh. What's not minuscule is the damage these guys would do to us. And I'm going to get their drops just in case I actually get any of their rare drops. They have a Spiral Rapier, and then the crossbow gargoyles can drop the gargoyle crossbow. Two fairly uncommon drops. I think one of my characters, I do have another character that's actually a little bit far, or not further along, but he's kind of into the story a bit. I think he did get the Spiral Rapier. No crossbow yet, but we did get the Spiral Rapier, which is pretty cool. All right, you're probably going to shoot me in the back, so I'll just wait a little bit and then list lazily to the right. Right there, that's shiny. That is Astraea stuff. So in order to get it, we just... oh, geez, yeah, really, really carefully. You need to walk off this ledge and land on the one below. Oh, no! We missed it, obviously. I would like to try that again. I don't know if there's a secret to it. I almost feel like if you walk off at an angle, maybe, instead of just going straight, maybe if I very carefully, like, walk this way until I fall? Okay, there we go. Whew, that is scary. That is scary, but there we go. The rune sword and the rune shield belonging to Astraea. But we got it. There we go. And there are some items down in the swamp, I think, that you guys pointed out that I missed, but I don't think it's anything of too much value. But now it is time to evacuate on out of here. Let's use the Talisman of God. Back to the Nexus. Ready for another Archdemon. And without hesitation, since we have that key, let's go back into Tower of Latria. This time we're going to go to 3-1, and we're going to go rescue Lord Rydell. Now, frankly, I don't remember the shortest way to get to him, but I also know there's a section that is now open because we're in pure white world tendency. There was rubble before, but one-shotting these guys with the Dragon Longsword, that's great. So I'm going to look around for that as well, because there's some items or an item on the other side of it. But I'm not going to make you guys watch me traverse this area. I'll be back when I find it. Aha, okay, so the good news is that the rubble and Lord Rydell are actually right across from each other. So now that we have the key, let's go here and open this cage and talk to Mr. Lord Rydell. And what do you have for us?
Oh, why, thank you. Thank you, kind soul. Please, take this fine piece of work. Besides, I have no use for it now. And thus begins my final, eternal rest.
The Dull Rat's Ring. So a complement to the Clever Rat's Ring. Let's take a look at that. Defense rises at 30% or lower HP. So the Clever Rat increases your attack. Dull Rat increases your defense. Kind of like the blue and the red Tearstone rings. And that's it with him. All right, let's go loot over here. This is where the rubble was right here, but now that it's gone, we can open up, and what do we have? Soul item. ×2. And a shard of Moonlight Stone. All right. Anything else down here? Because this entire section was off limits before. Okay, and it looks like we also needed a key for this. And we get... ooh, the 3-cornered hat. Interesting. You don't actually get too many armor pieces, so let's take a look at this. It's female only, and it's the traditionally depicted witch's hat actually seemed to have been worn by the genuine article. We are going to meet a witch once we get back into Boletarian Palace. Anything else to get? Nothing there. Oh. And inside we have the Venerable Sage's hood. Oh, we actually got some sage gear. Is this actually what Frake wears? Sage Frake the Visionary's equipment, a plain traveling suit which makes long marches possible. However, it is the travel wear of a dirty sage. This shows Sage Frake's origins quite well. Well, there we go. At least we have something new that we could wear if we so desire. Anything else? That is it. All right. So that is the Pure White World tendency in the Tower of Latria. I think it's time to go back to the Nexus because we have more Archdemons. All right, 2 Archdemons down and 2 to go. You can see I look a little bit different just to show you, just to throw on something a little different. I am wearing the Venerable Sage's robes as well as the gloves, and I do have my bow equipped, Dragon Longsword, kind of irrelevant, but we are going to be going into 4-3 in order to take down the Storm King, and the bow might prove useful, might not. You'll see. There's a very specific weapon that if you play Demon Souls or Dark Souls 3, you know exactly why this specific weapon is going to be used on this next boss. So let's take a look. The old hero Archstone. After purification, hero's remains are offered to the Storm King. His wings cover the sky and he is accompanied by storm bees. Now this is another situation where I'm not quite sure if the Thief's Ring is actually going to do me any good or not, but I am wearing it just in case because as soon as we enter this arena, we get a glimpse of the Storm King and, more importantly, the numerous storm beasts that actually accompany him. Now, let's see. Can I hit one and see what kind of damage it does with an arrow? Alright. Not close. Oh. Okay, that's not too bad. It looks like I could two-shot them with my current situation. I can two-shot them, they can two-shot me. I suppose that's only fair. Skipping the cutscene. I don't know why they decide to play those. So instead of doing that, I think what we'll do is simply get the item that we're supposed to use and see if that's a little bit more effective. So if we just keep moving, we shouldn't be in too much danger. I think that was New Moon Grass. I honestly exited out too quickly to even see. Now, this house right here, if I'm remembering correctly, oh jeez, is a relatively safe zone. Got some holy arrows, so this is actually telling you right here that this is actually a good place to snipe them from. So you can see if I stand up against the wall, there's basically no way that they can hit me. There's just not a lot I can actually do to them as well. Now the trick is, we cannot do anything to the Storm King until we've killed a specific number of these Storm Beasts. Then he'll get close enough to actually do damage to. I don't know what that number is, however, but we still don't have the super secret weapon that we need in order to reach them as easily as we could. Alright, oh boy. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, move. And you can see down there, there's a crystal lizard that I would like to get. Actually, there might even be two. And that's also where we need to go in order to get, oh, lots of things happening. Oh my goodness, lots of things happening. Would like to get them if we can, but if it's going to be a matter of life or death. Oh, there's two, okay. And chunk of Dark Moonstone. Yeah, I think the other one either ran off or already disappeared. That's fine. That's fine. But over here, we get the Storm Ruler. Now, it doesn't look the same as it does in Dark Souls 3, but rest assured, it has the same power. Now, let's take a look at this. And you can see that R2 does massive upwards damage, and that is going to make killing these guys a little bit easier, theoretically. So, alright, none there. I also don't know if there's a durability that I have to be concerned with. How about none? Alright, well, so far this isn't going, oh jeez, as easily as I had hoped. There's a couple. Also, watch where the corpses fall, because they can drop some upgrade materials. This is a good place to farm. I think it's just the Dark Moonstone like we got from the Crystal Lizard. You know what I could have done, and maybe even should have done. Uh-oh. Move. Ouch. And what I was trying to say there was I could try using protection, but I don't know if it's even going to take off enough of the damage that they do to survive even 3 hits. So I think the idea is maybe we should just go into that house and be safe, or we can just take them out kind of one at a time instead of trying to get several all at once. That seems to be going all right. Uh-oh. You're gonna get that off, aren't you? Oh, you are, but actually went over my head. That would have been a good opportunity to get 2. So maybe they stop firing after 2, and that's when they go on their merry way. Okay, Cloudstone, not Dark Moonstone. My apologies. Looks like there's maybe one up on the cliffside, but I doubt I'm getting that. So just a few more, and he should get within range for us to do damage to him. Be careful. Alright, well, why don't we go to the house? Why don't we quickly go to the house? Can I get into it from this side? I hope so. Yes. Now the question is, can I kill them just like this? I don't know. I'm gonna try again though. Aha, yes you can. Wow, okay. So in almost complete safety, you can start killing them. That's unexpected. And he might be coming within range. Looks like he is. Can I kill any more of the Storm Beasts, though, to make it a little easier on me? Can I actually hit him from back here? I don't know. Yes, I can. Wow. All right. Guess this is the cheese strategy. And that's all right with me. That's all right with me. And I have killed quite a few of the Storm Beasts, though. The problem is, you couldn't really see it because I'm hiding in this house, but he does have a lot of projectiles that he will throw your way. So really, this is just the most efficient usage that I can find in order to do this without dying over and over and over again. And here he comes. And I'm nervous that... Come on. Let's see if we can get maybe 2 hits. Oh, I don't know. Try it, try it, try it. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Ah, just 1. Okay. But you can see just 2 hits. Massive, massive amount of damage already. And there's probably a lot of upgrade materials out there for me to collect. Alright, swing back around. No, definitely not the most exciting boss you've ever seen me fight, but... Alright, there we go. There's a couple of hits. Looks like 1 more, maybe 2 will do it. And then we're done. But, you know what? There's not a lot of ways I could make this more exciting, except just running out there and trying to dodge all of his attacks, but then you're just gonna see me die over and over again, and I feel like you've seen that enough in this series. And there we go. Storm King is dead. That is 3 out of the 4 Archdemons we're planning on taking down today. There we go. We revived. Now, we really don't want to die now. I don't know if all the Storm Beasts disappear, but it kind of looks like they do. So that's good. That's really good. Now, I just want to scour, make sure that I don't miss any of the drops. And that crystal lizard returned? Why would he return? Alright, well, if he's back, then I'd like to go get him. Oh, by the way, this was going to be a surprise for the last fight that we do. I did upgrade my battle axe to level 5 along the crushing path, which I was actually pretty excited about. I just had to go and farm for some of the chunks of greystone with the landworms outside of the Flame Lurkers arena. Is that really all of the upgrade materials? I really thought there would have been more. Oh well. Alright, now... That crystal... I don't know why that crystal lizard respawned, unless it's just the... No, it's not the corpse. What? They're... Oh, wow, that didn't do much damage at all. I should have used something else. And that one just died, which means he went off the edge and I can't get his drops. Very curious why these respond without me even needing to leave the area. Alright, well, let's grab these souls. Not that we really need them, but... So now we can go and do the Pure White World Tendency event for the Storm King Archstone. And you know, I was giving it some thought, and I was talking about how it was kind of unique that in the Tower of Latria you had to get an item and then backtrack in order to use or do something with that item. And it's actually the case in every single Archstone. So I was a bit mistaken there. We got the Storm Demon Soul and a Pure Cloudstone. Very cool. But back to the Nexus. I'm going to have to suicide. And I especially need to because more than likely, I am going to die at least once on this Pure White World Tendency event. Hopefully not. It would be ideal if I didn't, but just imagine that it's going to happen. All right, Silverius, take the plunge. Don't want to leave those souls for too long. Let's go grab those. There we And the Storm King's soul, what can you be used for? Sage Frake, do you have any idea? Anything interesting we can do with it? No? Okay. That's alright. How about Saint Urbane? Anything from you? Let's go take a look. Anti-magic field generates a field around the user that prevents magic from being used. That's really interesting. Prevents magic from being used. I wonder what kind of interesting applications we could use that for. Anyway, we are going to go to 4-2, as I just run past it. And we're going to go to the area where Patches tricked us. Well, he didn't actually trick us. We kind of knew it was coming. But that is the area that we're heading to. And might actually stop by Grave Robber Blige on the way out just to spend these souls. We'll see. But let's go down. We're going to do the same thing as usual. Just hop down here, kill the Reaper. Because why not? He's here and we don't want him killing us. Oh, still two-shotting. That's good. Watch everything die around him. Might as well grab some Dark Moonstone, because why not? Oh, and this door... Oh, right. It's not... Wrong door. I'm thinking of the wrong door. I was thinking we already opened that door, but no. We opened the one that was actually behind Patches. But now if we take a look, that item that was on the... I was thinking I might actually die there. The item that was formerly on top of that rock is now down, and it is the magic sword Makoto. Now, we actually haven't seen the NPC who wants this, but kind of similar to the Dragon Bone Smasher, we have to show this to an NPC, and he's going to get very excited to see it. Unlike Scirvir the Wanderer, however, Satsuki has a bit of malice that he's going to show towards us as soon as we show it to him. But let's go take care of that. And you know what? I'll go ahead and spend my souls later. So let's evacuate, and then I'll see you guys back in 4-1. Now, I didn't actually show this off when I first entered the Shrine of Storms, and I should. Really? You don't deal with this guy? You're just totally okay with this skeleton being here?
You over there. You seem to have your head about you. I'm here.
Well, let's deal with him.
Do not be afraid. You have much to gain.
So he is actually up on the wall, and you can't really do much with him. You can't talk to him, but now that we're in Pure White World Tenancy, he does come down, and we can finally interact with him.
I am Satsuki. I seek a keepsake of my father. Have you seen the sword inscribed? Makoto, I will offer you demon souls if you can help me find it. Ah, you have found the Makoto, have you? Bless your good fortune. And, well, your good work. Now, just hand the Makoto over to me.
So at this point, you can give it to him, or you don't have to give it to him. The problem is, no matter what you do, he's going to attack you immediately. Now, I don't actually know what's more dangerous, the weapon that he currently has on him or the Makoto, but you know what? Knowing full well that he's just going to try and kill me immediately afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and be rude to him first.
What on earth is wrong with you? How dare you waste my precious time? Do you not want demon souls?
Once again, we're given the opportunity, but you know what? No, I'm going to stick to my guns.
Fine. Have it your way. A duel will settle this.
Wow, okay, he doesn't wait very long, huh? I was kind of... Wow, you're not even close. I was kind of hoping to buff. Let's see, can I get you... Oh, I was going to say that was the perfect time. Actually, I just had plenty of time that I could have buffed. And let's do it now. Quickly now. Uh, 125 damage isn't bad, but he's going to 2, if not 3 shot me. So I'm going to try and heal. Nope. I really got to catch him before he gets to me, obviously. Watch that super long poke. There we go. A couple more hits and he is done. Oh, but he's gonna heal. Oh, you dinglehopper. Alright, well, he's almost back to where he was. And that's it for Satsuki. Don't worry, that fight was relatively easy, but he's gonna come back in pure Black World tendency and be a lot more difficult. And unfortunately, that's it. That's the entire event. You get the sword, you bring it to him, you either give it to him and he attacks you, or you don't give it to him and he attacks you. Not much else to it. Well, we have one more Archdemon, and frankly, it very well could be the most difficult so far. So I'll see you guys back in the Nexus. Now I am going to use the axe for this next fight, but you know, I didn't even need to bring you guys back here because there's nothing I'm going to drop off, although how heavy are we? You know what? Really quickly, let's talk to Stockpile Thomas and drop off all those stones we just got and the Storm Ruler. So let's see. All of this, especially that pure, that weighs 4 units in and of itself. Storm Ruler weighs 6, yeah, definitely. Oh wow, the Makoto, 5.5 units as well. Definitely want to get rid of that. Okay. That should just about do it. So lastly today, we are going to be going back into the Valley of Defilement towards the Dirty Colossus Archstone. In a swamp infested by poisonous and vile creatures lies a filth-encrusted valley. The poor journey to this rotten place to offer their souls so that they might be freed from their suffering. So here in the Dirty Colossus Arena, we are going to slowly descend. Is there a way to do this safely, just dropping? I probably could have and taken very minimal, if any, fall damage, but we'll just be safe. We're going to come across a somewhat interesting boss here, because the boss itself, Widow's Lotus, so you can kind of get the idea that Plague's going to be involved. The boss itself doesn't actually need to be attacked. It's actually her bodyguard. But let's go in and take a look.
Go forth, Garl Vinland. May you be unharmed.
If you've heard anyone make the comparison between Dark Souls 3's Egon and Arena, and Maiden, Astraea, and Garl Vinland, maybe you'll start to understand why.
Slayer of demons.
She also has somewhat a Priscilla the Crossbreed vibe to her, but they're really not that similar.
There is nothing here for you to pillage or plunder. Please, leave quietly.
And the reason I say that is because Priscilla truly did have the best interests of all the creatures in the Painted World at heart, whereas Maiden Astraea, maybe she came here with the best intentions, but it's really not the case anymore. In fact, Maiden Astraea is now a demon herself. Now, all the depraved ones that are up above, they do not bother you, so we don't have to worry about them. There are some items down there to get. There are some items down in that plague pool with those terrifying creatures known as the plague babies, but over there is Garl Vinland. Now, you can actually snipe Maiden Astraea if you can get a little bit closer, and you can just kill her that way. Or, what we're going to do is you can fight Garl Vinland head on, and as soon as you do that, you can go and speak to her. Well, you'll see. But there is a crystal lizard over here, and I'm desperate. Oh, Nelly. I'm going to try and get it. All right, looks like we are good. And there we go. What do we get? Hey, pure faint stone. Pretty great. Once again, all of these creatures not hostile. And I think from here, if you really wanted to, is where you... Oh, there's Garl Vinland already going nuts. Is where you could snipe her from. It would help to have a really good range bow. The short bow, even though I've upgraded it, probably not enough to do any considerable or appreciable damage. Now, Garl Vinland, make no mistake, at soul level 1, I cannot imagine there's anything that he could do that won't one-shot us. So we are going to have to take this very, very cautiously. Also, the Thief Ring, not going to do me any good, but I should be able to get some bonus damage from the Master's Ring as long as I'm hitting Garl Vinland with direct hits instead of kind of the slight hits. Now he has his shield, he has his very large hammer, and if he pulls out his talisman like that, he can use God's Wrath. So we need to kind of bait some of his slower attacks. I think I'm going to try sticky white stuff to start with. I'm going to get grass out, but again, I don't think it's really going to make any difference. 74 damage. Oh, okay. At least glancing blows aren't going to kill me. Not too bad. We'll try... Yeah, watch that. That... Whoa! Has a much larger reach than I realized. Hey, now. Now that caught me off guard. Wow. I guess that's why people use God's Wrath in order to farm those crystal lizards in the crystal lizard nest. I had no idea. That is massive. That is massive. All right, so we were doing what? 75, 76 with sticky white stuff. Let's swap that out for, not New Moon Grass, but the Black Turpentine. It doesn't last as long, but let's see if that does any more damage than the sticky white stuff. Wow, I am still just kind of in utter disbelief at the range of that spell. Oh, okay. You are right there. So let's try this. Ooh, I don't like this situation. I don't like this situation at all. I can't really see you. Nope. Oh, this is... Yeah, I don't want to fight you up here. I don't want to fight you up here at all. Especially when I can't even get close enough. Nope, and I already lost my Turpentine. Now you can parry him. If you're brave enough, you can sure parry him. But, do I want to try run past him? Okay. Oh, yeah. But I'm not actually in the plague yet. This might not be over. I mean, it's almost certainly over, but it might not be. Let's see. Do we have the Widow's Lotus ready? No? Maybe we get those. Oh, the plague babies are already surrounding me. Now, just like the swamp, we're not going to be able to actually run or roll through that. By the way, what's this? Ah, pure marrowstone. Hey, I would love to get my secret dagger up to +5. All right, let's just run. Oh, what? That was instant! And they're just going to, you know what? Oh, but I have all my souls. I cannot believe it. That was that instant. Just keep running, just keep running, just keep running. Just keep running. We're walking slow. Oh, no. Oh, we're done. I wonder if I could have... I could have just gone up right there. Oh, well. Rip 60 or 70,000 souls. So, I think what we'll do, like we did the first time around, is we'll actually go to where the crystal lizard is. Might as well try killing him again. It can't hurt. And just maybe we can get Garl Vinland to go down near Maiden Astraea again. Because fighting him down there was actually possibly achievable. Fighting him on that little ledge is not going to work out in our favor. Oh, don't have the Thief's Ring on, so that was kind of a bad move. Oh. There we go. And 2 more hits. There we go. What do we get? Another pure faint stone. I wonder if that's a guarantee. Well, if anyone needs a pure faint stone, I only need one. So let me know. We can get some trading going. Did you move? I'm not sure. We're going to have to go and find out. And looks like he did. I don't know if he's all the way down or not, but he's not up here. All right, good. This is much, much better. So it looks like he actually moves down in order to protect Maiden Astraea. And 93. So it's better, obviously. Just have to... Ooh, that's fun. He actually gets hit off the wall if he does a sideways attack. All right, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right. So I'm gonna let him get a little bit closer. Then I'll buff. Whoa, Nelly. Okay. I don't dare do more than one at a time, even though it does seem to stagger him a little bit. Come on, man. I don't like the two-hand. I would much, much prefer the one-hand. Yeah, there we go. And Black Turpentine already gone. 78 is actually my normal. That's interesting. I didn't know it was that low. Or, I mean, the magic from the sticky white stuff is only giving me, what, 7 extra points of damage? Oh, he's got the talisman out. He's got the talisman out. If we see God's wrath, we're running. And I fear he's going to do it. At any rate, he's going to waste my entire Black Turpentine. Alright, I'm not even going to lock on while he has it out. Oh, you are being frustrating. Can I stagger him? No. I doubt I could stagger him out of it. I could try. Or really, really quickly going for a backstab? That would be interesting. I don't know if I can do that. But you know what? Nothing risked, nothing gained, right? Or something like that. Oh! You are a sneak. Oh, you are a sneak. I wonder if I should be a little bit riskier and actually see if I can get 2 hits off before he recovers. I might try it. First, I would need to get 1 hit. Okay, that's absolutely oh! Okay, but that's possible too. Well, okay. Maybe I've actually found a method that works. As long as he doesn't, you know, change up his tactics anytime soon. Oh, I wish you would actually come closer. Get out of there. Yeah, perfect. Come back. No, 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 don't run backwards. I really actually liked where you were. Oh, man, all right. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Well, I can parry the one hand somewhat reliably. Well, I partialed that, which is why I'm not dead. Too early. Move, move, move! Oh man, even a whiff would have killed me there. All right, I had him when he was up on the ledge. What happened? Too early again. also not actually getting the riposte anymore, which is kind of a shame. Am I actually going for the attack too early? Is that it? No, no. No God's Wrath. No one needs that. Oh, you're healing. To full? That's interesting. Today I learned that buffs don't seem to impact the actual critical damage. Did you just parry me? Son of a gun, he did. I was trying to just get a nice quick hit off. Wow, so after some damage, you just run back to Maiden Astraea. Oh boy, well there we go. And that's how that works, apparently. Oh boy. Wow, Dark Silver Shield, his helmet, armor, gauntlets, and leggings. I'm glad we actually dropped stuff off. Now we do have to run over to Maiden Astraea. I'm going to take off the Master's Ring, put on the Ring of Disease Resistance. This might give me just a little bit longer in the swamp before it. Wow, not much longer. Anyway. Now, with Garl Vinland dead, let's talk to our final Archdemon of the day.
You killed him, didn't you? Very well. I can no longer resist you. Do as you like. Take your precious demon soul.
And just like that, our last Archdemon of the day is dead. Now, like I said, there are items in there that I do want to try and get. I do. But we're now in human form, so if we die, we are going to bring our world tendency down, and I don't want that. So instead, we're going to go back to the Nexus in Suicide, and then come back, because guess what? We get to fight Garl Vinland again. Now we did just get her soul as well as the Ring of Sincere Prayer. If we take a look at that, it raises miracle power and the casting time, which is pretty helpful. But there's another prayer ring that we want to get that will actually allow us to use God's Wrath. So before we go back and do anything else, let us drop off, because we did just get some heavy stuff there, including his armor, which is great looking armor. Don't get me wrong, I just can't use it. There we go. And young Silverius, I hate to do this to you, but would you mind just one more time this episode jumping off a cliff? No, you don't? That's awfully kind of you. Grab those souls that we're probably going to lose anyway once we go back. But there we go. Now, taking a look just to double and triple check. Yep, it looks like we are definitely in Pure White World tendency. Now the Shrine of Storm... Oh, Shrine of Storms is no longer Pure White World because we killed Satsuki. Technically, he's considered a quote-unquote innocent NPC, so that looks like it dropped us down to neutral, which is fine. We already did everything we needed in Pure White World. And next... Oh, wrong one. Next, we're going to have to take care of the Pure Black World tendency events in every area. You know, I don't know if that was actually wise, going to that Archstone. Maybe would have been better off just going into the Dirty Colossus. But let's run. We'll use a Widow Lotus as soon as we get on land. There we go. Because now that we're back, we should, from what I understand, fight the Black Phantom Garl Vinland. And sure enough, he's right here. Well, can I sneak up on him? Doesn't look like it. All right, so same moveset and everything. It's just that I don't know this time around. I should have used a late moon. I don't know if we'll even survive a partial. The answer is apparently no. To tell you exactly how many attempts that took would be cheating, so I'm just not going to tell you. But for killing Garl Vinland, we do get the Crest of Vinland and Brammed. Now the Crest of Vinland is actually not an item that we can use, but it is something that we can go give to his sister Selene, who should now have appeared in the Valley of Defilement. So let's go talk to Miss Selene Vinland. 4 Archdemons down, and just 1 or, well, I guess 2 more Pure White tendency events to go. Now that we've killed Black Phantom Garl Vinland and we picked up his crest, we can actually find his sister Selene Vinland in 5-2. Actually, you can meet her before you get his crest, and she will task you with finding her brother. So we are going to go to the Leechmonger Archstone and go and locate her now. Don't even have to go very far. So we will use a Royal Lotus, heal up just in case we get pestered by any mosquitoes. I don't know that we will. I don't hear any. But here she is, Selene Vinland. She's also going to have a Pure Black World tendency event, but like I said, that's for another episode.
Why? You are one of the sane ones, are you not? I am Selene of the West. I seek my brother, Garl Vinland, the knight who accompanied Saint Astraea on her travels. I believe they settled here. If you happen to see my younger brother, please tell me. I must share with him the last words of our father. This crest, that is a Vinland heirloom meant for my younger brother. So, my brother and Astraea have both strayed from the path of God. The poor souls. Perhaps their hearts were too pure. Mbasa. Oh, traveling warrior. I hesitate to ask, but can you part with that crest? Garl has strayed from the path of righteousness, but I wish to have the heirloom in honor of our Vinland blood. I shall reward you in kind.
I don't even know why they give you the option to keep the crest. It's good for absolutely nothing but completing Selene's questline. Plus, the ring that it gives us at soul level 1 is going to be extremely valuable.
Thank you, kind warrior. As Garl's sister, I express my deepest thanks for your honoring of his name. Please accept this. It was intended for my brother, but now it should belong to you. May the angels gaze favorably upon you. Umbasa.
The Ring of Devout Prayer. So we already got a Ring of Prayer from Maiden Astraea, but now we have the Ring of Devout Prayer. This is the ring that's going to allow us to use God's Wrath, because this actually gives me 2 miracle slots. Excellent. Going to be extremely useful. I am going to show God's Wrath in action against the Crystal Lizards, but not until we actually do the Pure Black World Tendency event. That way, the Crystal Lizards have a better chance of dropping some of the higher tier upgrade materials. Alright, one more item to get. We are going to use Evacuate, go back to the Nexus, and I'll see you guys back at the Leechmonger Archstone. We have one more item to collect. Now from here, we're actually going to do a little bit of backtracking. See, just like in some of the other areas where the level has actually, has actually changed somewhat in Pure White World Tendency, the same is true of 5-2. There is now a ladder that is going to go up to an area that was previously inaccessible. It is guarded by some depraved, including one of the giants, but we should be okay. While I was in the Nexus, by the way, I did pick up 5 more Black Turpentine since everything here is extremely weak to fire. I think my Crushing Battle Axe plus 5 with Black Turpentine is going to do a great job taking out the few enemies that are in our way. So let's see. Right up here, we're going to have a giant, depraved, as well as 2 of these smaller ones. Hopefully that wasn't a bad idea. 2-shotting the giant depraved. Now that feels good. But these guys can be just as dangerous. Okay. I want to use a late moon. I'm not too worried if my black and turpentine does run out. But if it doesn't, even better. One-shotting him. Wonderful. Oh, I didn't think about this, though. Well, we're going to get poisoned. We are going to get poisoned. I just have to deal with that. Maybe I can do this quick enough. Maybe not, though. Hey, all right. That's perfect, and we can possibly get some... Oh, there's the backstab. We can possibly get some more Marrowstone, which is very, very useful. Oh, Full Moon Grass. Didn't actually mean to use that. Oh, there's a drop. Chunks would be ideal at this point. I think I have some shards, but I really, really need chunks. Yeah, shard of Marrowstone. Well, it's something. It's better than nothing. Alright, I think I got the giant's attention. So if you want to come up here. You able to path? Oh, yes, you can path. You can path just fine. Come on. Or can you? Are you falling off every time you try and get to me? Because that's what it seems like. Come on. Yeah, you are. Rats. That's not okay. And I don't mean literal rats. They're across the bridge. Alright, if I can at least get the smaller ones up here, then I can deal with them. And at least get them separate. Don't fall. Giant? Can you make it around this corner? You cannot. Really is unfortunate because there's 2 more depraved down there and they're going to be a nuisance. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, no, no, roll, 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 roll. All right, let me get past these guys. Like I said, I'm just gonna get past them. And by get past them, I quite literally mean just run past them. And now I just wish I didn't have this painfully slow ladder to climb. But yes, if you want the final item that you can get in Pure White World Tendency, what you need to do is actually get to about the center of the level, and then this ladder will have appeared. There are a couple of depraved ones that we need to get past. By the way, this is post-commentary. I recorded this without any audio just because I was very tired when I was recording it, so I do apologize for that. But it can actually be a little bit treacherous just to get this last item, so still watch your step. Even though you've done most of the hard part of the level, still, it is very easy to die in this next section. Not necessarily from the smaller depraved ones, but you'll see the issue coming up soon. By the way, I do apologize for the length of this video. Hopefully you guys don't mind. You can always watch it in increments. You can always save where you left off. The problem is I wanted to do all of this in one go, and I had no idea we were going to be looking at an hour and a half, well, almost an hour and 40 by the time all was said and done. So once again, I'm just going to bait some attacks from this giant depraved one. I really would love to not die anymore, so I'm just going to very carefully get one hit in, dodge, one hit, dodge. There we go, he's down, but still, that's not the most difficult part of this run. Get a storied soldier soul here. Forget where I am. Wonder if I left the stove on. Really and truly not sure where to go, although I do see the ramp here. Ah, there it is. And once we get to the top, now we're going to see the issue that lies ahead. You can see the shiny, and there is actually something sticking out of the ground, but we have 3 giant depraved ones that we need to deal with. If you're cautious, and especially if you're using the Thief's Ring, it is completely possible to only attract the attention of one at a time, which is what I'm doing here. But even then, it might not work out exactly as planned. That black turpentine was an accident. I did mean to use a grasp, but you know what, this will probably make killing them just a little bit faster. You can see just how much extra damage this black turpentine is adding in killing these giant depraved ones. I don't even have to give them a chance. Now we actually got their Great Club. Isn't that great? But finally we can withdraw the weapon, and we get a very cool looking polearm, the Ishtarel. Now the Ishtarel actually has some unique properties to it. It's not just a very cool weapon, it actually increases your resistances just by wielding it. Once belonged to the Holy Knight Latria, its holiness increases the wielder's resistance to plague and poison. Pretty cool, and one of the few revelations from God. But on that note, I think it's time to head back to the Nexus and finally wrap up. Well, that was quite the boss rush. We took out 4 Archdemons, and we took care of all of the Pure White World tendency events in 4 of the areas. Next time, we're going to be heading back into the Boletarian Palace and tackling 1-3. Wow. Well, I know it was long, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying our adventure at base level in Demon Souls. So from Young Silverius and myself, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.